Metal Diesels. Written and told by Sonic and the Dude 65. Arry Bert, the Ironworks twins, was not in the best mood. After they played his metal engine trick on Percy, James, and even Toby. The Fat Controller sent them back to work at once until they won't play any more tricks again. Since the Ironworks twins had stopped playing tricks to one another, they began talking about scrapping steam engines for a while till then. One day, Duck, the gray Western engine, was picking up the coal truck to the dock. Just then, Arry and Bert stood into a siding when a horn hung through the air. Diesel had arrived and stopped. Duck was annoyed by the time he was sent to work at the smelters.
It wasn't nice to see you, Doug. I will just drag you and send you inside the smelters for scrap. That's where you belong,
said Diesel, insulting.
Well, at last, you're not here to cause trouble. Especially goes for you two for causing trouble every time. I wouldn't be in charge of the ironworks.
Duck rolled his eyes indignantly.
I'll bet we'll make you a mental again, that's for sure. You'll be a troublesome truck. That you should be,
Arry said as Duck puffed away.
Just make yourself useful for once, you three. Why don't you shut a pile of scrap trains that will be good for you?
Duck said before the Diesels could do anything to play a trick on the engines again until they were told what to do. At the docks, Duck arrived with a truck of coal. Cranky was lifting up some boxes on the train for James's train. As he did so, Duck was waiting on the sidings for Donald to pick up the coal to the coaling plant. Salty was shunting the last fan for Murdoch to take when a whistle brought their attention. Duck looked, but there was no engine. Cranky looked down and surprised.
Sterling? Is that you shunting those trucks?
Cranky gasped. Duck looked and saw Stanley with an empty trucks. Duck was surprised.
Oi! What's these trucks doing here in the middle of the track? Don't think we needed it. Salty, stop! Stanley was coupled to the truck. Stanley, why are you coupled up to the trucks?
Salty asked.
It's those silly Diesels. They played a middle engine trick on me, and they said I was a truck, which caused Neville to bump into me,
Stanley said until Duck realized something.
Well, I'm guessing Diesel, Arry, and Bert are failing instead of going some work. I'm sure those three never learned the last they talk. Now we're going to teach them a lesson for now,
said Duck crossly, as he and Stanley had a plan for tomorrow. Once they finished, Duck puffed away to talk to Neville and his crew about for the next day. One evening, Neville was at the scrapyard taking out the flatbeds of pipes to take to Bakerstown yard. Diesel oozed beside Neville and stopped.
Hello there, Neville. Got your train ready, but I'm not tired to be in the middle.
Oh, I'm trying not to be in the middle. I'm trying to get back on top of the train. But I'm so tired for doing so much work. Why don't you take my train once and I get back? I'm getting some coal and water at the depot. Bye, Diesel.
Neville said as he uncoupled the train, leaving Diesel behind. As he coupled up to his train until then,
Ouch! Hey, what's wrong you shunting the trucks yet?
Diesel has been lost in his thoughts. He realized he had been shunting in the middle.
Stop! You got the wrong engine! I'm in the middle!
He cried, but Arry and Bert couldn't hear Diesel. They were about to leave when...
Oi! What do you think you're doing, Steamer? Let's go now!
The twins shouted as the engine puffed away, leaving the truck in front of them. Now this was all a trick by those Diesels, that they were in the middle. Diesel was on top, and the twins were in the middle. They'd been tricked by the steam engines. Soon, the Diesel slunk away, dragging the train behind them. At the docks, Diesel, Arry, and Bert arrived when the Fat Controller stood beside them. Duck, Stanley, and Neville were there. They were very cross, and so was the Fat Controller. He was not happy and very pleased.
Middle engine. I've heard. However, I'm disappointed of you three. Salty told me yesterday all about Stanley was the middle engine. Diesel, you were sent to the scrapyard to help out, and that goes for you too. I'm very disappointed about your tricks today,
said the Fat Controller shouted. The three Diesels felt embarrassing and very shame.
Once this mess is cleared, Diesel, I'll send you away to the main line so that you won't be on this Sodor ever again. And Arry Bert, I'll send you to the Diesel Works to work here while Doug, Stanley, and Neville will handle your duties. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir.
With that, the Fat Controller walked away. The Diesels slunk away, pushing the trucks away until they learned a lesson from now on. While Diesel was sent away in disgrace, Arry and Bert were sent to work at the Diesel Works, while the three engines work at the smelter so that Diesel won't be playing middle engine tricks again.